Hello YouTubers and welcome back to the Rodney1279 channel. I know y'all guys been enjoying my DC, my salute to Washington DC, and initially the reason why I did the salute to DC was because I thought I was going to go to DC this week. I was supposed to go this Sunday, but our trip got canceled. So I will still be here, but also I did this salute to DC because of the elections and everything else to celebrate the elections. So in addition to that, I want to show my collections that I have picked up throughout the 4 years. It's not much, but I think y'all will find it interesting. And if y'all don't, just leave an honest comment, but don't leave no rude comments, as I said in the previous video, okay? First off, I have my Barack Obama, and I have not opened these up yet, my Barack Obama and my Michelle Obama action figure toys right here. Now I brought these a while ago. I'm trying to see what year. Does it have a year on this box? 2009? Yeah. So I brought these in 2009 when Obama was president early in his campaign. And I'm a big fan of Obama as well as Michelle Obama. So we have the action figures, and maybe if I save these, it will be worth some money later on. Although this box is torn right now, I hope that does not affect the value of this toy later, but it might be worth some money later if I keep these and save them. So I got the Michelle Obama toy and the Barack Obama toy. Also over here, I got the President Obama trading cards here. I have not put them in a book yet. I've been saying that I want to put them in a collection book, but if y'all got any suggestions in terms of where I can find these books, these albums and stuff for these cards, feel free to tell me about it. I think they might be on Amazon.com. I'm not certain. But I brought these cards. Let's see what year. This is 2008. So I brought these right in the beginning of his presidency. There might be more cards coming out after this big win. I'm going to check for them soon. So I got that. Also over here, now many of you don't know that Obama also has a board game. So I got a board game relating to Barack Obama. I think I only played this board game once. And the game is Obama Mania, Race to the White House. And this game is almost like the game of life. You basically have to go on the board and collect electoral votes or earn enough money in order to complete your campaign on this game. And there's also a lot of trivia questions that is related to Obama and everything else. And one thing that is unique about this game that is different than any other board game that I know, you get to study the book before you get the actual questions. So there's a study guide in here showing the questions. So really you get to study it. And then after you study the book and stuff, for the actual quiz and stuff, then you'll be quizzed on these questions when you land on certain spaces on the board. So I only played this one time. Maybe if I can be nice to my wife and stuff, maybe we'll play this tonight. This highly unlikely that I'll be playing this game. But this is a collector's item for right now. And I intend on keeping this. Maybe I'll do a game with y'all on camera when we play Obama Mania, but that's up to y'all. Y'all have to vote for this. So this is Obama Mania, the race to the White House. And the last thing I want to show you is this. I love history. That's my favorite topic, is things that go on in history and everything else. So I got a presidential book. I had another presidential book that was over there, but I always get a new presidential book whenever a new president comes in office and stuff. So the good thing about it is I don't have to get another one until 4 years later. So, and I'm going to just show you what we have in here. You got all the presidents in this book. All 44 of the presidents are in here. Let me go and show some pictures here. Let's see, get some pictures out here. Here's President Obama, the 44th president. And not only the pictures in here are interesting, but there's a lot of information about each president. Like the one president that I'm always interested in while I read, and let me go to his page right now. I'll just read about one president just to let y'all know a fact about him. Who knows, it may come up on a Jeopardy game. Laughing out loud. Alright, this is the president that always interests me. And y'all might find it crazy, but his name, this is William Henry Harrison. And the reason why this president interests me is because this president at the time, this is the second oldest president that was elected in the White House. At the time then, he was the first oldest president, but now he's the second because Ronald Reagan was elected as president at the age of 69 years old. I believe he was elected at 68. I'm not sure. But I'll just read this information about him right quick. It says, William Henry Harrison had a presidency of his dreams. And I was right. At 68, he was the oldest man at that point in the time to become president. He gave the longest inaugural address ever, 1 hour and 40 minutes. And he was the first president to die in office. But Harrison is remembered for most for having the shortest term of office, 1 month. That's true. Harrison was also the last president born before the start of the American Revolution. Harrison's father signed the Declaration of Independence when William Henry was 3 years old. Okay? Harrison attended Hampden Sydney College in Virginia before studying medicine and becoming a soldier. He battled Indians at the Tippecanoe River, hence his nickname, and fought in the War of 1812. He was the governor of Indiana Territory and Ohio State Senator, the ambassador to Colombia, and a U.S. representative and senator before seeking the presidency. Harrison represented the Whigs, a new party that evolved from the Federalists. He and his 1840 presidential running mate were billed as the ticket of Tippecanoe and Tyler too. They won. Harrison delivered his lengthy inaugural address outdoors in brisk weather, yet he refused to wear a hat or a coat. He caught cold soon after, perhaps because of this mistake. Several weeks later, still recovering from his cold, he was soaked in a sudden downpour. His illness worsened and he discovered pneumonia. "I am ill, very ill," he concluded. Harrison died 5 days later, exactly 1 month after taking office. His death triggered the first promotion of a vice president to the presidency without benefit of an election. Years later, Harrison's grandson, Benjamin Harrison, became the nation's 23rd president. So this president interested me a lot because he had such a short term, and he don't have a whole lot of information about him, but this is the president that interests me the most. And there's a lot of interesting facts about all the other presidents too. So if you're just interested in reading about the presidents of the United States, I encourage you to get a book like this about the presidents. Alright guys, that is it right now. And this is Rodney1279 signing off saying be safe and be careful and take care everybody. Goodbye.